All right, guys. So Joe Rogan, who is mostly pro-Trump and also endorsed Donald Trump for the presidential election in 2024, is now speaking out against Trump over the immigration policy, over his immigration policy, and some of the just wild things that you are seeing ICE do, especially here in Chicago, which many of you know. I am from Chicago, born and raised in Chicago, and I currently live here in Chicago right now. It is absolutely insane. I saw a video, a viral video that is now gone viral, of a woman who essentially was a victim of an ICE raid right outside of an elementary school as she was picking up her child. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of that. There is a lot of yelling and screaming, so just warning you guys now, but let's go ahead and play that.
Wait, you guys came to the school to do this?
Do you have a warrant? They haven't asked for a warrant. My name is Jocelyn from Cicero. They don't have a warrant. They didn't ask for one. They forcefully opened the door of the truck. It was locked. It was locked.
You're going to record this. Don't get any closer to me, all right? Like, cool? Just stay back, please. You're being arrested for this.
Yeah, but you guys came to the school?
They forced us out of the car. They forced us out of the car. They were following us. They were...
Okay, so they followed her all the way up to the elementary school. They forced her out of the car. Again, this is all taking place right in front of West Loop Elementary School right here in Chicago. Crazy place to do an ICE raid, in my opinion, especially at an elementary school in front of children. And my biggest thing with this is it's not like she's some MS-13 gang member, you know, like she wasn't a gang member. She's not some MS-13 gang member. She's not a threat. She's a mother. Whether she's here legally or not, she's a mother, which actually brings me to the next thing. She's actually not here illegally. She's actually a DACA recipient, which means that she does have legal status. And the crazy part about this is after they arrested her and made that whole to-do and all this stuff in front of the elementary school, they actually ended up having to release her. So this same woman who got arrested ended up getting released. All that manpower, all those resources, all these people, all the government resources and money that was spent to do this, she's not even an illegal. She is a DACA recipient. And I think we can all agree, at least most of us, I understand. Maybe some of you voted for this, and that's fine. But you at least have to admit that this right here is not a good look. I have no problem. You want to go after the criminals and all that, fine. But going after a mother in front of an elementary school is just crazy. And, you know, Joe Rogan actually spoke out against the raids as well. And here's what he had to say. And I just think that regardless of how you feel, regardless of which side of the political fence you're on, I think most reasonable people would agree that these ICE raids do not look good, especially going after mothers. Like, it's crazy. Let's listen to what Joe Rogan had to say.
The immigration thing, the way it looks is horrific. When you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years, that everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
No.
Everybody who has a heart sees that and goes, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be the only way to do this.
Right.
Because you have to think, look, yeah, we have to have a border. Yes, it should have been secure. Yes, they should make sure you know who everybody is before they get in.
Yeah.
But when people been here for 20 years, like, come on, man. That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
I think this is very reasonable. Like, yes, the border, safety, the gangs, the drug, I completely understand. But that video that I just showed y'all with the mother was not a good look. And from what I've seen, I haven't seen a whole lot of gang members, at least on these videos, that have been arrested. It looks like it's just regular everyday citizens who are paying taxes, who are working, just regular people. And I think Joe Rogan makes a good point. People that have been here for 20 years, came here as a kid, had no control over it, you know, Like, come on, let's continue.
Let's find a way. If they've been productive members of society for 20 years, no criminal record, they worked the entire time, they paid taxes, find them a pathway to citizenship. Find a way where you can do this thing that you want to do, which is keep terrorists and cartel members from getting across the border with drugs that kill 100,000 people a year. Okay, but also have a fucking heart. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anybody on your side. If you're doing this stuff publicly, throwing women to the ground, handcuffing people, just for existing on the wrong side of the dirt.
Yeah.
Not a criminal. Not the only crime they ever committed was coming over here as a kid.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
A lot of kids got snuck across when they were already born in Mexico. And they've grown up their entire life in America. They can't even speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And they could get sent back. The immigration.
These are some great points. And again, you want to go and arrest people and send them back because they're here illegally. I don't have a problem with that if they're breaking the law. Fine. But these raids, this shooting pastors, which actually did happen in Chicago. They shot him. I think it's called a pepper gun or whatever it's called. It's not an actual gun. It's like a pepper gun or whatever. Shooting people, shooting pastors, shooting protesters who, by the way, are nonviolent, kidnapping people, zip tying children. These are not BS reports. This is real. You can fact check this. This is really happening. It's not a good look. And yes, I understand that ICE raids happen under every president. We do have to be fair here. There were ICE raids that happened under Obama. There were ICE raids that happened under Joe Biden. Every administration, ICE does what they do. They enforce the immigration law. They do their raids. They do things. But publicity-wise, from a PR perspective, based on all these videos that we are seeing, it is just not a good look, and it doesn't help when you have Kristi Noem going on and doubling down on it, and that's right, we're gonna get them and whatever. Basically what I'm trying to say and what Joe Rogan is trying to say is there's got to be a more humane way to do this, because at the end of the day, not all of these people are criminals. As a matter of fact, very few of them are criminals. Some of them are criminals. A lot of them are just regular everyday people. That's just the God honest truth. And these raids are just really not a good look. And I appreciate Joe Rogan speaking on this. And I told you guys, I explained to you guys why, even though I've been critical of Candace Owens lately, why I like her. It's the same reason why I do like Joe Rogan. I like people who are not political hacks. Okay. What's a political hack? I'll give you an example. Benny Johnson is a political hack. Whether you like him or not, I'm sure some of you guys like him. He's not my cup of tea, because I have never in my life seen him be critical of Donald Trump or anything on the right. Never. And I just don't think that's genuine. I think if you're genuine, you will be honest and you will admit that there are some things that Donald Trump and the right does that I don't like. However, I like most of what they do, which is why I'm on this side and I'm voting for him. That's reasonable. But if you're the type of person who Trump does nothing wrong, the presidential administration does nothing wrong. Trump. He's great. He's amazing. He doesn't do anything. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. Nobody's perfect. There's always stuff that people do that is not right, or they make a mistake here or there. That's why I don't like these political hacks. And you have a bunch of them on both sides. You have a lot of political hacks on the right. You have a lot of political hacks on the left, which is why I always say that there are cults on both sides of the fence. Joe Rogan and Candace Owens are not afraid to call out Donald Trump or the administration, even though they voted for them. I wish we had people like this on the left. We kind of don't. But the bottom line is, the left doesn't, but the right kind of does. But it's just good to see, because I honestly just agree with it. So yeah. Anyway, that's today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.